Hello and welcome. Come and sit down. Sometimes I like describing the back as the longest joint of the body, something fluid that moves like a river in all directions. But the fact is, in most of our daily activities, the spine only moves in one direction, and that's forward. Not only do we physically reach forward, but we spend time thinking forward into the future, rather than taking pleasure in being in the present moment. The back and the shoulders are particularly vulnerable to physical and emotional stress. So to maintain the natural flexibility of the back, we need to move it in all directions and release the emotional luggage that accumulates right here in the neck and the shoulders. The following gentle moves will help you to restore freedom of movement, improve your posture, and help you to flow like a river in all directions. So let's begin with massaging and a little tap of the shoulders, because this is really where stress burrows in the muscles of our shoulders and neck area. And just right hand up, all right? And we'll cross over the chest and just find this big back muscle here and squeeze it gently and just give it a nice squeeze and let it sort of ooze through your hand like clay. Have you noticed as you do this that it's a little sensitive? Well, I think that's some of the little crystals of stress that burrow there. It's good to do at your desk, this one, at the end of a drive or red lights. And then cross over the other side and just give it a nice little squeeze and release. Squeeze, hold, and release. A couple of times. There you are. And then you can tap the shoulder muscle too, just to give it a nice tap, make it firm. But you give it a nice tap and that sort of breaks up, again, the tension that hides in the shoulder area. And then the other side, and just tilt your head to one side and then just let that shoulder relax. Feels good. Sometimes you're the only one that's going to give yourself a tap on the shoulders, a pat on the back, and then pause here. And you can feel, can't you? Nice warmth, circulation, and that's healthy. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do now for the whole spine. And let's begin by arching the spine and then rounding the back. And a little review is when you arch your spine, you open the chest, you breathe in. And when you round the spine, the chest concaves slightly, you exhale. And just remember to breathe through your nose. So now let's arch and open the chest. Lean forward slightly, looking up. And then exhaling, rounding the back. Put your hands on your knees just for a moment and let the back muscles between your shoulders stretch out. Come back to center and again, lifting. Notice the shoulders go back, let it happen. And then rounding the back, exhaling. And last time, sitting tall, lifting and gently looking up, breath in. Exhaling, rounding. Just let the back muscles stretch out. And then return to center. Now we need to make a side-to-side movement. So place one hand on the side of your chair or your pillow, wherever you are sitting, so you have good support. And then raise the opposite arm up. And let it happen slowly so the breath lifts the arm up. And then exhaling, stretch to whatever side you are on, and then look underneath your arm. Lean forward just a little bit to stay out of your back. Hold for a few breaths and then back to center. Breath flows in one more time. Exhaling. Try a little as you go now to your stretch to your side, looking underneath the arm. Back to center, stretch up to the ceiling, and then lower the arm down. Just let it float down. Yes, we're trying to have the breath and the arm movements move together in harmony. The breath in as you lift up. And then exhaling, stretch to your opposite side, look underneath your arm, sit forward just a little bit. Back to center, breath in, stretch up out of the waist. And a good fine, look underneath the arm. Back to center, grand. And now let the arm float down, float down, float down. Nice side-to-side motion. Now a twist is really a spiral. It's gentle. You don't force anything, and you really listen to your body and you move from your inside out. Will you sit with your knees? Let's place your right knee over your left, all right? Right knee over the left. And left hand to right knee. So we're all going in the same direction. And then put the right arm behind your chair, even if you were in your car, around the back of your car, the back seat of your car. Now sit tall. Let's move now from the inside out. Navel to the right, ribs right, shoulder to the right. And now look at me for a second and notice that the head is very relaxed. I am not twisting it or forcing it. Just gently look over your right shoulder. Pausing here for a breath or two. And then release the head, the shoulder, the rib cage, the navel. Do you see what I mean by moving in pieces? Good. All right, cross left over right. Right hand, left knee. And then the arm, the free arm, is back behind your chair, and we're ready to go. We're going to move slowly, again in pieces. Think tall. Move on your exhalation. Exhaling, navel left, ribs left, shoulder. Now, imagine that left shoulder is shadowing your right shoulder, and then head to the left. Then back to center smoothly. Breath will flow in. Yes, back to center. And just sitting for a moment in what I call returning home, which is returning to your center. Just close your eyes and go inward, and you can perhaps feel the echo of the posture echoing continually now within you. It's just very gentle, but twists actually are very quieting to the nervous system, very soothing. Sun salutation. This I hope that you will enjoy. Place your feet so that they are about shoulder width apart, and scoot a bit forward in your chair. So you have a little bit of room back there. The seated sun salutation starts with the palms of your hands together. And if you press your hands together, this works the wrists a little bit, but maybe you're sore in the wrists. Lift your elbows a little bit. Maybe you're sore there in the wrists. Well, let's bring the elbows together, and that's one way to have a variation, and at the same time, not aggravating a problem. All right, now choose which one you wish, which variation you wish. Cross your thumbs, and now stretch the arms out in front of you. There you are. My elbows are soft. And then raise the arms up, and I'm going to give you another variation here. Choose either your arms out, elbows soft, or palms of the hands together, over your head, crossed thumbs, and your head between the upper arms. But don't force the arms back. Now, let's lift up out of the rib cage. Now, folding forward, forward, and forward into a forward bend. Just relax your hands, let them touch the floor for a moment. And now, stretch the arms out in front of you as you come up and up and up. Good, arch back just slightly. And then exhaling, relax the shoulders down from your ears as you are stretching forward. Forward. Now, a little variation here is to reach back and just massage now the back of, just right above your hips. Right above your hips. This is these muscles here, it helps them to relax. Then, let's do right hand to your right ankle and your right elbow against the side of your right leg. So this is really well supported where your elbow and your hand meet. This is a variation now, is to, with your left arm, sweep the left arm out to the side and then up to the ceiling, and just follow it with your eyes. Follow it. Look up to the ceiling, look up, breath in, and then exhaling down and down and down. And now the left side. Hand to the ankle and sweep the right arm out to your side and then up with an in-breath. Pause, look up to your thumb, and then smoothly exhaling down, down. And And then place both hands on your ankles and then just come up the shin bone, knees, and then back to center. Reach back so that you can feel where your chair is and lean forward, because we're going to stand up, and use the chair if you need to, but just lifting your seat up a few inches off the chair and then standing up. Let's raise the arms above your head, just stretching up, reaching up. Good. Let them float down and down. Good. Into oil derrick. Our oil derrick is feet about shoulder width apart. And here I'm going to lift one elbow up to the ceiling. And the other arm is going to be very heavy. Good, and I look down towards the other arm and let the elbow that's pointing to the ceiling lift a little higher. And then back to center. And then changing. Other elbow up, and be sure that this hand right here, your hand is hanging like a piece of fruit from a tree. It's very relaxed, the wrist is relaxed. And then look down to the other arm, let it get heavy as your elbow goes a little higher. Feel that wonderful stretch down the sides of your ribs and hips. Back to center. Let's do that one more time. Elbow lifts, just like an oil derrick. And then you look down to the heavy arm. You're breathing. It feels really lovely. Beautiful stretch the second time. Back to your center. And then the other side, smoothly, elbow up, looking down to the hand. You're breathing, not holding the breath. Back to your center. Shoulders down from your ears. Arms hang. Now the next little exercise is very dear to me. This movement uses the body, the breath, and the mind, and it connects us to our heart, our capacity not only to give love, but to graciously receive love this day. So begin with me by bending the knees slightly and placing one foot forward, and your hands on your hips, and you're going to tuck the pelvis under. Your tailbone goes under, and notice the back will round. And now tailbone goes back and points back as you lift and arch very gently. And then opposite direction, tuck under, tailbone tucks under, the back rounds slightly, and then come back to your center. Now we're going to add on to this some arms, so just place your hands right here at your chest, all right? And then rounding the back slightly again, tailbone tucking under, and a great gesture of giving. I give love this day. And you open the chest and lift your head, the tailbone goes back, and then sweep it back into yourself and hold your elbows. And I receive love this day. And again, I inhale and I give love this day. Breath in, and I receive. Maybe cross the other elbow over, find your shoulders. And then back to center. And now the other foot forward. Just stride it forward, and with your hands, find your shoulders, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone under, and then opening the arms, that wonderful gesture of I give my heart this day, I give love this day, as I arch back, and then sweep it into yourself. Cross the elbows and find the shoulders again. And now maybe a friend. Can you give love this day to a friend, someone who needs it? And then sweep it back into yourself, because someone's thinking about you right now. And then back to center. Isn't that a lovely thought? I think so. Let's sit down, and we're going to take a breather. Take a breather is like taking a minute vacation. Sit tall, feet on the floor, and now place your hands on your abdomen, below your navel. Close your eyes and just watch. Observe your breathing as it expands and contracts from beneath your hand. On your next inhalation, allow the belly area to soften and fill like a balloon. The exhale follows. And on the inhale, the balloon fills again. Feel the muscles expand against your hand. And on the exhalation, the belly pulls in just slightly. Continue softening on your inhale. And the exhalation, gently pull in. Continue this low breathing for 2 or 3 more breaths. And whenever you get caught up in a worry or tension cycle, shift into this soft, low breathing. And you can take a minute vacation anytime, anywhere, and no one will know. And if you need your chair to come down to the floor, it's very easy. Just stand up and place your hands on the edge of your seat, bend your knees slightly, and then come down to one kneeling, the other one kneeling, turn and place one hand to the floor and the other hand to the floor. And there you are, one hip to the floor, very easy. Cat back. Come onto your knees and place your hands about shoulder width apart. And a little caution here is not to thrust too much weight down here into the wrists. Really, we want to be very tender with the wrists and just lift up and down for a moment so that weight is evenly distributed throughout your hand and below. And then move your knees slightly behind your hips and the knees are together. The back is nice and straight. Then you round your back like a cat. This is a wonderful deep stretch for those back muscles. As they round your back like a cat, and then opposite direction, tailbone up to the ceiling, chin is just gently lifted. Then back to your center. Slide your right knee forward and you'll feel a little difference now in this stretch. Can you feel it now? As you exhale, rounding your back like a cat. You inhale, opposite direction. And then back to center. And then bring your knees together. And then slide the opposite knee forward. Again, careful on the wrists, make it very light. Round your back like a cat. See if you can't feel a difference when you have adjusted the knee. And then on your inhalation, chin up to the ceiling. And then back to your center. Bring both knees together, elbows to the floor, elbows to the floor. And then just look at me for a second because I wanted to share something with you. The next 2 postures, cobra and bridge, give a healthy, safe back bend to your spine. But if I could see you, I'd say to you today, dear friend, honor your limits. Deep back muscles contracting is one thing, but stop if you feel pain. And with daily practice, the back becomes more fluid and the muscles will become stronger. So let's prepare now for cobra pose. First, watch your screen to see how the cobra works. And then when you are ready, please join me. I begin by placing my hands on the floor beneath the collarbones. Elbows are bent, close to my ribs. Feet are apart. Good. Now in a moment, we're going to arc back. But first note that I pull my shoulders back and down, and this opens the chest. Then begin lifting from the back of the head, not my chin. The collarbones will lift, arcing back comfortably high. Hands are just there for balance, the paws at the top, and then slowly returning to the floor to the count of 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, lift from the back of the head, neck, spine in one piece. Inhaling, arc back. Pause, gaze up. And then exhale slowly down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once more. Slowly lift, very slowly. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4, comfortably high. Gaze lifted, and then exhale slowly down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And take a moment to rest. Or if you'd like, stop the tape now and repeat 3 more times. Now stretch one arm out in front of you And then roll over onto your side. This arm becomes your pillow. And then bring knees into chest. And let those big back muscles lengthen and relax. This is such a nice way to relax, and you can really feel those big, deep back muscles stretching in the opposite direction. We call this a counter pose. And then roll over onto your back for your bridge position. Here, the knees are bent and the feet are to the floor, in close to the seat muscle. Arms alongside of your body. And at first, what I'd like you to do is to inhale and arch the spine. And you can see, I have my hand here, my spine arches just gently off of the floor. And then I'm going to press the arch to the floor. This also relaxes your back. Arch gently, breath in. Feel everything stretch across your chest. Exhaling and press the navel in towards your spine. And then release and relax. The bridge pose actually starts from your big toes. So you can start first with the arch, and then pressing the lower back to your floor, start the movement from the big toe. Then think about the tailbone lifting slowly up. Arms are alongside of your body as you lift vertebra at a time, lifts comfortably high. Pausing and then rolling down very slowly. Your waist, your hips at the very last. Now arch gently. Inhale. Exhaling, press down on the toe, the low back. Feel the tailbone start to lift. Then vertebra at a time. Just like that river, moving, flowing, so that now your shoulders, your hips, knees form a straight line. The pain, no pain in your back at all. Back is very free. Coming down and down. Now this time, last time, pressing in on the big toe. Let the arms lift at the same time as each vertebra lifts off. Fingertips to the ceiling. Elbows soft. Arms arrive at the same time the movement is through. And then lower the arms down slowly as each vertebra comes down, down, and down. And then rest. Knees into chest once again. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. And then place your feet to the floor, straightening the right leg, the left leg, as we now prepare for relaxation. Relaxation, the frosting on the cake. Lie down in relaxation pose. Feet well apart, arms away from the body, and palms turned upwards. Place your thumb and your forefinger together lightly as a signal to relax. Remember that you actively participate in your own relaxation and that I am merely your guide. When we smile a genuine inner smile, hundreds of muscles relax. Also, a smile creates a positive healing energy. And you are going to direct that healing energy throughout your whole body. Your eyes are closed. The breath flows in slowly, effortlessly. And now a good sigh. Out and let the day go. Focus your attention on your mouth and feel where the two lips touch. Your upper lip, your lower lip touch. Begin to recall someone or something that brings a genuine smile to your mouth. Let the corners of your mouth turn up just a little. And now direct that inner smile up into your left eye. Direct the smile up into your right eye. And now up into your left ear. And then into your right ear. Feel the smile filling your mouth, and recharge your smile with your thought. Then beam the light of your smile down into your voice box. Direct the positive energy of your inner smile into your physical heart. And then beam it down into both lungs, right side and left side. And then shine this healing energy into the organs behind the abdominal wall. Very good. And then to close the smile, bring that positive, happy energy back up to both eyes. And then relax all efforts. Can you feel your inner smile still glowing within you? Perhaps you'd like to send your smile to a friend or someone in need. Carry its warmth and its healing energy on with you into your day. And continue relaxing if that is what you would like this day. Or raise the arms slowly above the head for a nice stretch. Leave tiredness on the floor, and then roll over onto your side. Place the top hand to the floor, and then come up to a seated position. And I'd just like to close by saying, from my heart and my eyes that smile, I give that to you this day, and I receive from your eyes into my heart this day. Thank you. Until the next time.